Married at First Sight Australia, season 13, episode 23. More couples retreat drama. Yo, if you thought the last joint was crazy, this one gets ridiculous. All right, let's talk about it.
Married at First Sight Australia, Kylie Minogue, Hugh Jackman, Iggy Azalea. We got singles whose dating life's been a failure. Let's meet them. We got Rachel, we got Steven, we got Elisa, David, Julia. We got Chris and Grace and Juliet. Another Chris and Rachel, Gia. We got Becca, Rebecca, Philip and Stella, Brooke, Mela, Luke, Joel. Who else do we got? Steve. Danny and Scott. The drama's a lot, but there's love to be found. Stephanie Tyson, we holding it down. Bounce. This the recap. Grab a drink, get a savory or a sweet snack, and sit back as we unpack what happened, like back to back. Let's go, bro.
Alright, so we pick up where we left off. Couples retreat. Beautiful location, swimming pool, massive property, mad greenery, countryside vibes. The kind of place you go to and just relax and have a good time. You feel me? But yo, you know who's not having a good time? Rachel, okay? Now, in case you missed the last episode, here's a quick rundown. Rachel and Steve, they've been struggling to move things forward in a relationship on like a intimate level, you feel me? They've had no boom boom in the boom boom room. But yo, the day before yesterday, they made some progress, okay? First night of the couples retreat, Rachel shared the news with everybody. Like, hey, we took the next step, y'all. And everybody's like, hey, super happy for him. And everybody just kind of assumes that, you know, she's talking about hand stuff, right? Everybody's thinking it, okay? We're all thinking it. But Beck, she says it out loud in front of everybody. Like, hey, shout out to you guys for the finger banging. Now, Rachel could have reacted one or two ways. She could have gone, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, going a bit red, a bit embarrassed, but ultimately just laughed it off, carried on drinking, having a good time or whatever. Or she could have had a complete meltdown, cried herself to sleep while Steven sat by the bed, stroking her back, telling her to breathe, wake up the next morning, still sad, spend most of the day wallowing and crying, find out that Steve spoke to Beck trying to squash it, and get angry at Steve and feel betrayed. Guess which option she went for? All right, so this is the next day. Rach is still sad, still mad at Steve. The group kicking and Gia switching, okay? She's used the whole Rachel thing as an excuse to be a turn towards Beck. So she's going in on her, man. Danny claps back. Scott gets involved. And yo, remember a few episodes back at the dinner party when Beck was crashing out, right? And she randomly lashed out at Scott. She yelled at him like, hey, Scott, stop looking at me with those evil eyes. And yo, at the time we were all like, ha ha ha, Beck's so crazy. And yo, I think we owe her an apology. Cause look at the way homeboy's staring at Danny and them. Look at those eyes. One might describe them as evil eyes, no? You know, Beck, for the most part, is just confused. She didn't think it was that deep to begin with, and she apologized. She thought it was done, but it's like the third day now, and she's being treated like she's the worst person in history. Steve and Rach get away, you know, they're by the ocean, chilling, and Rach is talking about how hurt she is and how she felt betrayed by Steve speaking to Beck, and you can feel the sadness. It's like so heavy and deep. And it's crazy, right? Because this is day 3, bro. You know how sometimes you feel like, hey, this is the worst day ever. And then you go to bed, you wake up, you have a shower, and yesterday's problems seem a little less deep, right? With Rach, she's going to sleep twice, okay? She laid in bed, okay, fell asleep, woke up, still feeling the same level of hurt, okay? Gone through the whole day miserable, gone to bed again, woke up just as hurt, just as sad. And it's not like a reality TV forced drama thing. Now, you can tell she's genuinely going through it. And it's a bit much, okay? Just a little bit much. Philip and Stella hit up the beach, frolicking, cuddling up, basking in each other's love and whatnot. One of the producers asked Stella, like, hey, what's your relationship saying? Have y'all told each other you love each other yet? And Stella's like, yo, I'm just trying to pump the brakes on this whole thing. I'm trying to pump the brakes on everybody talking about it, asking us. And yo, just from her response, you can tell that she kind of regrets making it a big deal in the first place. Didn't I tell you guys? Didn't I tell you in that one video? Gia and Juliette link up. Of course they do. Juliette is like a worse version of Brooke. She's like Brooke, except she's not the leader of the Mean Girls. She's the mean girl who's twice as mean, takes it too far, does the most, trying to get approval of the leader of the Mean Girls, if that makes sense. They're talking about Beck, how much she sucks, and she's a master manipulator. She's bad vibes, super negative. And it's crazy, man. The lack of self-awareness is wild. And yo, we all know people like this in real life, right? Like they'll come to you and start ranting and bitching about someone. And the whole time you're thinking, that's exactly what you're like. You're describing yourself. Sam and Chris rock up Danny and Beck, you know what I'm saying? They tell Beck, yo, it sucks what you're going through. They chop it up. Beck is crying, falling apart. They hug it up. They let her know that they're there for her. And yo, shout out to these two, man. Juliette and Gia go over to Rachel and they're like, hey, we ain't trying to snitch or nothing, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying Beck's chatting behind your back or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And they're trying to rile her up against Beck. And it works. Rach is sitting there wide-eyed, just eating it up, which is weird to me because Rach has seen Gia team up with Brooke and rip into Elisa and Stella. She was at the dinner party and saw how cruel and mean Juliette was being with Joel. She's seen both these two crash out on different occasions. She's seen the experts call them out on it on the couch. Why? Okay, why would she think, yeah, these are the good guys? These are the girls I should align myself with. What a horrible judge of character, man. Later during the night, everybody's doing up drinks. Gia's like, in the real world, I wouldn't accept this kind of behavior from another female. I think it's really gross. Yo, the hypocrisy is insane. Juliette calls Beck a freak, which was crazy to me because it reminded me of being a little kid. Like that was the last time I remember that word being used in like a negative context. But then, over the years, hip hop culture and whatnot, when somebody goes, hey, that girl is a freak, it's like, ooh, for real? What's she on? Like, how freaky are we talking? Like on a scale of 1 to 10. Like I've forgotten the original nasty energy behind that word freak. Like, you don't fit in and you're weird. You don't fit in. Beck tries to holler at Rachel, like, in a one-on-one tip. Like, yo, I'm sorry I offended you. Rach starts crying, man. She's overwhelmed by emotion. She looks like she's about to have a panic attack. She's like breathing all heavy. It's all very dramatic. She dips, okay? She's got to compose herself. This is really deep, confronting stuff for her. Joe tries to lighten the mood. He whips out the teddy bear, and it's good vibes, man. Everybody's cracking up. Even Gia lightens up for a bit. She gets Teddy and rubs him on the yams. Everybody's cracking up, getting their drink on. But yo, the good times don't last. Rach comes back, she's composed herself now. She attempts to hash it out with Beck again, but it doesn't really go anywhere because ultimately Beck is apologizing about the finger banging comment, talking about her intentions. It was just a joke. But for Rachel, it's deeper than that. It's about her thinking the joke cheapens her and Steve's milestone. It's about her feeling hurt and not feeling like Beck validated her feelings. They're on different wavelengths, man. And Beck just feels like she's not getting through to Rach and she feels attacked and ganged up on. Juliette's going in on her, man. Beck's out here yelling, come at me, what? Juliette calls her the C word. Danny's like, hey, there's no need for that. That's not cool. It's pure chaos, man. At one point, Scott demands an apology from Danny. Juliette's doing the most. Danny asks Joel, like, bro, you all right with this? Your girl's moving kind of crazy. Juliette tells Joel to not answer any questions. Don't engage. Yo, listen, I like Joel. I think he's one of my faves. For real, I want to see more of him on the show. But I wouldn't wouldn't blame him if in the next commitment ceremony he decides to leave. Because, yo, I would. Like, why would I want to be around such venomous, toxic energy, bro? So that was the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give the video a like. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'll be back with the next joint. Until then, you take care of yourself, fam, because I love you.